It's Teresa. Hey, I'm so excited to start this 10-day April Slim Down Challenge with you guys. This is going to be a really fun 10 days starting April 8th. That's Monday. And I'm doing this video because the TalkShoe recorded call did not work, I don't think. So I'm going to make this really quick and easy for all of you. And half of you have done this before, so half of you have done it before too, but not in a while. And then some of you are brand new, so welcome. I just want to welcome everybody doing this challenge. We have 13 people, possibly maybe 12. There's someone that I didn't hear from, so but it's a big group. And I promise I'm not going to make them any bigger than this because I don't think I can handle you guys. You're too awesome for me. Anyway, we have Dawn, Karen, Sarah, Andrea, Ginger, Gretchen, Amy, Tamara, Becky, Sandy, Amy, possibly Laura, but I don't know for sure, and Maggie. So thank you guys so much for taking part in this 10 days. The first thing I want to tell you is if you're new to Shakeology, just what I would suggest is start with a half a serving, which is if you have a scooper, it's half of the scoop, or if you have the packets, half the packets, and use the full amount of water and ice or fruit or whatever, because sometimes it can be a shock to your system. So if you want, you can wean into using the whole serving. So just as a note to help you out with feeling good. All right? Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about is how do you know how much you should be eating? So one of the important things to figure out is what is your basal metabolic rate? What is the amount of calories that you burn just by being alive? I gave you a website to look at. It's really important that you go through that and figure it out. Like for me, being a 5 foot, almost 1 inch, 125 pound female, I burn about almost 1,300 calories just by breathing. Also, it includes your age, so you burn more obviously when you're younger. When you get older, your metabolism comes to a screeching halt, which is why it's so important to pay attention to what you're eating and how you're moving your body, and how much water you're taking in. And it's so important to just kind of stop yourself in your tracks and take time to figure out what's going on, which is what this 10 days is supposed to do. Plus, it's also a time for me to get to know you better and find out how I can really help you dig in and get to those goals. But for right now, we just want to set a small goal for the next 10 days that you can achieve to keep you moving forward. All right, so you got to figure out your BMR. So go onto that website and play around with it and figure out all your numbers so you can kind of see about how much you need to be cutting back or burning so you can get to those goals. The next thing is look through your meal plan. I think some of you already have, and that's awesome. Decide what you might like and plan for it. So write it down on your grocery list, plan for snacks, and write it all down, because if you leave it to chance, your little brain that's really powerful is going to go in and say, have some Triscuits instead, or have those Sun Chips over there, or you could have 3 more cheese sticks. That's okay. That wasn't a big enough snack. So you gotta plan and measure it out. Measuring is so important because I think that most of us don't realize what a healthy plate looks like. And that's another goal of this challenge, is to get you to see that. Restaurants definitely don't have healthy plates. And so we're so used to being overserved that we serve ourselves the same amounts at home, and it can cause problems. So measure, plan, and portion control. The next thing is Shakeology. Now, I love Shakeology in a blender, so I really recommend you use a magic bullet or a blender or a blender stick to whip that up, because with ice and some frozen fruit or banana, it tastes just like a milkshake. It's really good. So I would suggest get a blender. I don't think it's good any other way. planning your workouts, just like you plan your food, I want you to plan them out for the week. I'm even going to have you do as a task to take a picture of your calendar and show it to me. It needs to be on your calendar like an appointment. If you say, I'm going to try to work out today at 5, chances are something's going to come up. You all are really busy. You have lots of responsibilities with children, work, pets, everything, and you can't leave that to chance. So if you schedule it, you'll be more likely to actually do it. So, you know, the goals of the challenge are to get you moving 8 out of the next 10 days for at least a half an hour. I'm sure you could squeeze in a half an hour walk if you couldn't make it to the gym or didn't have the DVD that you wanted to do. Engaging in this group is going to be so key. That will help me get to know you better and give you some ideas on how to change things or what you could do differently or what you're doing right and what you should keep doing. And I think it inspires other people to see that they're not alone or that they have made changes and maybe like, well, they'll be like, I want to do that. So that's a great way to get support, is to share on the email, share on the Facebook page, share at work, just talk about it. Because if you're keeping something a secret, you can never be successful at it. You got to share your goals with other people. The tracker is going to be really important. It's going to be 10 days of paying attention to everything you put in your mouth. MyFitnessPal is a great tool for that. One thing you need to do so that I can see that you're tracking is to go in your settings and click on diary settings and make sure that your friends can read your diary. That way I can read what you're eating and can make comments or know that you're following the meal plan. On Monday morning, I want you to wake up, go to the bathroom, take your weight, and then take your fabric tape measure and measure your waist 1 inch below your belly button. One of the areas where we gain fat as we age is our waist. And one of the areas that doctors use to measure your health is your BMI, which is your, I don't know what it stands for, but it's basically like your waist to hip ratio kind of number. It basically shows if you have too big of a middle, because that shows that you're eating the wrong kinds of foods. Too much carbs, too much sugar, too much of everything. So the waist is going to be an area where when you see it go down, that's how it'll kind of motivate you to keep doing what you're doing and keep eating the way you're eating. So it's really important to track not just your weight, because a lot of times that could be just due to water, but your waist size. Over the next 10 days, I really want you to listen to your body. Give yourself a chance to be a little bit selfish. Pay attention to how you feel each day. Pay attention to how Shakeology makes you feel. Like for me, it gives me energy. It makes me feel clear. It makes me feel less like I have to eat junk. It helps keep me on track. My exercise makes me feel energetic, less stressed, happy, toned. My food, when I eat bad food, I feel blech and tired and crabby. So pay attention to what's going on, like what are the consequences of your actions, and share it with all of us so we know. Remember, these next 10 days are for you, because you are important and you deserve this. You deserve to take time out to treat your body right, because you are a team with your body. If you're treating it bad by the food you put in it, in the long run, you're going to be unhealthy. So every day you need to make a small step toward being healthy. And a lot of times it takes support of a group to get that way. So that's what we're here for. So I'm really excited to share the next 10 days with you, to push you through and maybe help you kind of look into the future and think about other goals you want to set for yourself. All right, I'm so excited.